committed to you. Fox Carolina, the 6 o'clock news starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Shale Remien. Thanks for joining us here at 6 o'clock. We start things off in Greenville County, where 2 people are dead in a horrific crash. You can see it involved an 18-wheeler. That crash happening just after 9 o'clock this morning. I mean, horrific images coming out of there. Look at just the damage left to this car. It happened on White Horse Road, and sadly, paramedics found 2 people inside of this car dead on the scene. Troopers are investigating what went wrong, but again, it involved that 18-wheeler. And a group of suspects rob a bunch of different businesses and then take Greer officers on a chase. Spartanburg County deputies told Greer PD they were looking for a suspect's car. Officers spotted it at the hot spot along Hammett Bridge Road, and at the same time, they saw those suspects get into the car with a handgun in plain sight. Now, come to find out, the officers say the 2 men and a woman robbed that gas station just minutes before they pulled up. Officers chased the getaway car along Highway 14, but unfortunately lost sight of it once they hit I-85. Officers found their car, but no suspects. They are still on the hunt for them tonight. And this right here was quite the sight along Stone Avenue. That power pole, as you can see, completely tilted over, blocking Stone Avenue. Greenville police say a car hit that power pole, bringing down the power lines all at once, and several traffic lights were out around Rutherford Street and the Law Enforcement Center. Duke Energy reports about 2,500 people lost power. And restaurant owners and employees' mouths dropped this morning when they found this graffiti spray painted all over their restaurant and the surrounding area. You'll see it right here in a second. One of the owners of Venue tells us they just opened last week, and this is now what they're facing just days later. They explain the Dollar General down the road is facing the same issue, and we reached out to deputies to confirm these details. And we're alongside the scene of a shooting right now. Dispatch confirms 1 person is shot in Greenville County. Many of you reached out to us about this alarming scene in broad daylight. And we're told deputies responded to a gunshot victim right outside of the Metro by T-Mobile. But so far, the coroner thankfully is not responding. New information for you. A trailer goes up in flames in Lawrence County. Our crew brought this to you as breaking news last night as investigators remained on scene for hours, blocking that trailer with yellow tape. They are still investigating what sparked this fire, but it was fully engulfed at one point. And we reached out back to this afternoon to Lawrence County firefighters who say actually it's the sheriff's office who's now taking over this investigation. And the Gamecocks topped the Lady Vols for the league title. Yes, the final score in Columbia today, 67-53 victory over Tennessee. For the first time in more than a decade, College Game Day featured a women's sporting event with all eyes on head coach Dawn Staley and junior Aaliyah Boston. Now, the Lady Gamecocks were dominant all season, and today they did not stop that streak. The Gamecocks head to Texas A&M Thursday night. Of course, we'll be watching that, and we are watching our forecast. We've had an amazing couple of days these last couple of days, Brian. We're hoping that our work week is off to a good note.
Well, it will be off to a pretty good start, all things considered, Shale, but not quite as nice nor quite as sunny as certainly the last couple of days. But that doesn't necessarily mean bad weather either. Fox Radar 3D for our Sunday. It's been another day of sunny skies outside of this one little band of some high clouds that quickly kind of streaked east of the area. Didn't really cause any major issues with conditions out there, of course. Now, as we zoom the view out here, a whole lot of what's coming our way actually has yet to materialize as we head into this week. But Monday's going to mark the gradual beginning of a showery weather pattern that's going to take us through most of the work week. It centers on a little impulse of energy actually lifting out of the Gulf of Mexico, bringing some moisture in across Texas. You can see there's not a whole lot of rain associated with that yet, but as a cold front also sweeps south and interacts with that system over the next couple of days, it's eventually going to start spreading some scattered showers toward us here in the Carolinas. But it looks like a lot of that is actually going to hold off until pretty late actually in the day on our Monday, and then rain chances will kind of slowly increase from there. So here's how it times out. We go to the futurecast, 8 o'clock hour showing a few high clouds rolling back in again ahead of this approaching slow-moving disturbance across the mountains. First, we'll see a smattering of some high clouds here and there during the overnight period, but it actually looks like on our Monday morning, a good majority of us will wake up to some brief sunshine. It's not going to stick around long, though. We'll go to a partly to, in some cases, mostly cloudy sky by the time we hit midday, and then more of those clouds will overspread the area into our Monday evening. You see by about 5 o'clock, folks closer to Toccoa, Anderson, possibly Clemson, and into maybe the Greenwood, Abbeville areas, You might encounter a late day shower. More likely, at worst, it'll be a sprinkle through that time. But we'll keep that chance going into our Monday night, Tuesday morning, really early morning hours of Tuesday, that is. Looks like the best bet of seeing a more substantial wave of showers kind of streaming in across the area. There might be a heavier downpour or two. Then it tapers back off to cloudier conditions, some isolated light showers throughout a good chunk of our Tuesday, before then we head into Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, and see another burst of some moisture coming on in. And it's actually that burst of moisture that actually comes with a pretty big bump in the temperatures, and maybe by Wednesday, the chance of a late afternoon thunderstorm. So here's your 7-day forecast for the mountains. After we only cool to the 30s tonight, we'll go back to 60 for our President's Day. Mix of sun and clouds, but clouds will be on the increase, and that slim chance of a late day shower. Slightly better chance for scattered showers on Tuesday, high 63. Looks like Wednesday has the best bet of rain predominantly during the morning. Also our warmest day of the week with a high of 68. Then tapering back off to some lesser shower chances on Thursday and Friday. And about the same for the upstate. 63 for President's Day. Slim chance of that late day shower. Showers possible Tuesday, 68. High of 73, though, for Wednesday with that burst of some rain and maybe some storms. So at least we get a warm up to go along with it. And then as an added bonus, looks like we'll again top 70 by Friday before cooling back to the 50s next weekend. Shale, back to you.
All right, thanks so much for that update. And for the latest on these stories and news and weather, be sure to download our free Fox Carolina News app. It's free to download in both the App Store and Google Play. And if we have any breaking news before the 10 o'clock news this evening, that is the best way to stay in touch with us. Until then, we'll see you on the 10 o'clock news.